Table 400.4 in the National Electrical Code, NEC, provides a listing of approved flexible cords and cables for various applications. The entry for appliance cords for damp locations specifically lists the suffix STP for hard service types. The VW marking on the cord indicates that the cord has been tested and found to meet the requirements of the Volkswagen VW Automotive Standard 75174 for wiring harnesses. This standard evaluates the cord's resistance to moisture, abrasion, and other environmental factors, but it does not certify the cord as weatherproof. According to the NEC, weatherproof cords are designated by the suffix WP or W in the cause type designation. The W suffix indicates that the cord is suitable for use in wet locations, while the WP suffix indicates that the cord is suitable for use in wet or other damp locations. Based on the NEC, the cord in question, STP-3, is not weatherproof because the W suffix is not included in the designation. The VW marking does not meet the NEC requirements for weatherproof cords. To further clarify, let's delve deeper into what these markings signify and how they relate to electrical safety and code compliance. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards designed to ensure the safe installation and operation of electrical systems. It covers everything from wiring methods to overcurrent protection, and it's essential for electricians, inspectors, and anyone working with electrical equipment to understand its requirements. Flexible cords and cables, as outlined in NEC Article 400.4, are categorized based on their construction, application, and suitability for different environmental conditions. These cords are used to connect appliances, portable tools, and other equipment to a power source, and they must be selected and installed correctly to prevent electrical hazards. The STP designation, as mentioned in Table 400.4, refers to a specific type of flexible cord designed for hard service in damp locations. The S stands for service cord, the T indicates thermoplastic insulation, and the P signifies power conductors. This type of cord is commonly used for appliances such as washing machines, refrigerators, and other equipment that may be exposed to moisture. However, it's crucial to note that the STP designation alone does not imply weatherproofness. Weatherproof cords, on the other hand, are specifically designed to withstand prolonged exposure to wet conditions. These cords typically feature a rugged outer jacket made of materials that are resistant to water, sunlight, and other environmental factors. As stated earlier, the NEC requires that weatherproof cords be identified by the suffix W or WP in their type designation. The W suffix indicates that the cord is suitable for use in wet locations, meaning it can be exposed to direct contact with water. The WP suffix, which stands for weatherproof, indicates that the cord is suitable for use in both wet and damp locations. This type of cord is often used for outdoor applications such as extension cords, landscape lighting, and portable power tools. Now let's address the VW marking and its significance. The VW Automotive Standard 75174 is a set of requirements developed by Volkswagen to ensure the quality and reliability of wiring harnesses used in their vehicles. This standard covers a wide range of tests, including resistance to moisture, abrasion, temperature extremes, and other environmental factors. While the VW marking indicates that the cord has passed these tests, it does not necessarily mean that it meets the NEC requirements for weatherproofness. The NEC definition of weatherproofness is specific to electrical cords and cables and is based on their ability to withstand prolonged exposure to wet conditions without posing a safety hazard. The VW standard, on the other hand, focuses on the overall performance and durability of wiring harnesses in automotive applications. Therefore, a cord with a VW marking may be suitable for use in certain automotive applications where moisture resistance is important, but it may not be considered weatherproof according to the NEC. In summary, it's essential to distinguish between the VW marking and the W or WP suffix when selecting flexible cords for electrical applications. The VW marking indicates compliance with the Volkswagen Automotive Standard, while the W or WP suffix indicates compliance with the NEC requirements for weatherproofness. When choosing a flexible cord for a specific application, it's crucial to consult the NEC and other relevant standards to ensure that the cord is suitable for the intended use and environmental conditions. If the cord will be exposed to wet conditions, it must be designated as weatherproof by including the W or WP suffix in its type designation. Failing to select the appropriate cord can lead to electrical hazards, equipment damage, and code violations. Let's consider some examples to further illustrate the importance of proper cord selection. Imagine a homeowner who wants to install landscape lighting in their backyard. They purchase a roll of flexible cord from a hardware store and notice that it has a VW marking. Assuming that this means the cord is weatherproof, they use it to wire the landscape lights. However, after a few weeks of rain, the cord begins to deteriorate and the lights start to flicker. Upon closer inspection, the homeowner realizes that the cord is not actually weatherproof and that the VW marking only indicates compliance with the Volkswagen automotive standard. In this case, the homeowner made a mistake by relying solely on the VW marking and not verifying that the cord was specifically designated as weatherproof by including the W or WP suffix in its type designation. Another example involves an electrician who is installing a new outlet in a damp basement. They select a flexible cord with a VW marking and assume that it's suitable for use in a damp location. However, after a few months, the cord begins to corrode and the outlet stops working. In this case, the electrician made a similar mistake by not ensuring that the cord was specifically designated for use in damp locations. While the VW marking may indicate some level of moisture resistance, it does not guarantee that the cord will withstand prolonged exposure to dampness without deteriorating. To avoid these types of mistakes, it's essential to follow these guidelines when selecting flexible cords for electrical applications. Firstly, always consult the NEC and other relevant standards to determine the appropriate type of cord for the intended use and environmental conditions. Secondly, pay close attention to the cord's type designation and look for the W or WP suffix if the cord will be exposed to wet conditions. Thirdly, do not rely solely on the VW marking or other similar markings to determine whether a cord is weatherproof. Always verify that the cord meets the NEC requirements for weatherproofness. Fourthly, if you're unsure about which type of cord to select, consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector. They can provide valuable guidance and ensure that you choose the right cord for your specific application. In addition to these guidelines, it's also important to consider the ampacity of the flexible cord. Ampacity refers to the maximum amount of current that a cord can safely carry without overheating. The NEC provides tables that list the ampacity of different types of flexible cords based on their size and insulation type. When selecting a flexible cord, it's crucial to ensure that its ampacity is sufficient to handle the load that it will be carrying. Overloading a flexible cord can cause it to overheat, which can lead to electrical hazards such as fires and equipment damage. Furthermore, it's important to protect flexible cords from physical damage. Cords that are exposed to abrasion, crushing, or other types of physical stress can become damaged, which can compromise their insulation and increase the risk of electrical shock. To protect flexible cords from physical damage, use cord protectors, cable trays, or other appropriate methods of support and protection. Also, avoid running flexible cords through doorways, under rugs, or in other locations where they may be subjected to wear and tear. Regularly inspect flexible cords for signs of damage, such as cracks, cuts, or exposed wires. If you find any damage, replace the cord immediately. Do not attempt to repair damaged flexible cords, as this can be dangerous and may not provide a reliable repair. In conclusion, understanding the different types of flexible cords, their applications, and the relevant codes and standards is essential for ensuring electrical safety. By following the guidelines outlined in this discussion and consulting with qualified professionals when necessary, you can select the appropriate flexible cords for your specific needs and avoid potential electrical hazards. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility, and taking the time to learn about these important concepts can help protect yourself, your family, and your property from the dangers of electricity. And remember, referring back to the NEC document, particularly Table 400.4, and VW Automotive Standard 75174 provides more details.